Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer, and today I'm joined by Melissa Belzer.
Hello.
Okay, so I have to go back 2 days ago. I woke up before my alarm,
Okay.
and which usually would be somewhat annoying because you don't want to get up a minute before that alarm goes off because you need every single second of sleep.
I do.
I woke up at 5:19 in the morning. The alarm was set for 5:30. Woke up from a dead sleep from a dream.
Okay.
Actually, a nightmare.
Oh,
The nightmare didn't necessarily start as a nightmare. It just went really, really bad.
okay. And how bad was it?
Okay, so we were on vacation. We had no freaking money. So I don't know why we were taking a vacation, but it
Idiotic.
was very American of us just to go, hey, there's no money. Let's go take a vacation.
Anyway.
We did do that one time in the past, though. So
Sort of. It worked
Yeah.
out right before.
that's a story for right after this. But
Okay.
if I remember. Okay, so in the dream, we're going down what's supposed to be interstates. And all of a sudden they turn into like roller coaster roads.
Just insane.
And somehow the vehicle also turned into somewhat of a roller coaster too.
Okay.
So there was parts to where like we're going like legit like straight down. And of course, this is awesome for you because you love roller coasters.
I do.
And it's doing all this twisty stuff, and then it's going upside down. And the road is going upside down.
A loop-de-loop.
Yep, and
Sure.
we're like holding on to the ceiling,
Which is hilarious. Dreams are hilarious.
and then somehow we get to a rest stop, and I mean like hearts pitter pattering, and I need a break because I got to decompress from this roller coaster ride that you were enjoying.
Makes sense.
We have a lot of our stuff in the car because, and that's pretty typical of how we travel anyway. There's going to be coolers and snacks, snacky snacks, and everything else.
Always snacky.
So we go inside, and I don't know why, but I go back outside, and there's like a kid or a teenager running from our car. All the doors are open, and they've literally just jacked everything out of the car. They've stolen everything out of it. So I'm following this kid back to some car that he's piling into with our stuff. And I get in there, and somebody's got a bunch of our money, and it was really weird because it's not like it was like in a normal stack. It was like in little like like folded like a bunch of ones. So you'd have like stacks that have some tens and stuff in it,
like into
fives.
quarters.
It was like we'd accumulated money over a long period of time in order to go on vacation, and it was like nest egg style putting it away.
We try to do that.
Yeah, because if you remember, like back when we used to gamble, so right when we turned 21, when I would win, which was every time but one time, we would always take the winnings and wrap them in a rubber band and throw them in this giant jar.
We did that. I forgot we did that.
Yep,
we did,
which was fun. Anyway, I digress. So I follow this kid back to the car, and I jump in the car after them, and the others are in there, and I know that I can't wrangle all of them together, but I grabbed the one, and I got a huge grip on him, and I'm waiting for police or whatever, which I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's not like I've called anybody, I've yelled out or anything.
They'll just know.
In my dream, I feel like it's a good idea that since this person was stealing from me, that this person deserves to be bitten.
Bitten.
Yes. So
okay.
I bit them, and of course they said, "Ow, you bit me."
Logically.
And then they bit me back.
Oh.
Yeah, because I bit him on the ear, and then he bit me on the arm, and I'm like, well, I'm not letting go because he stole from me, and maybe I shouldn't bite children, but they also shouldn't steal from me. This is what's going through my head in my dream, right. And all of a sudden I just wake up, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, that was freaking disturbing on so many levels. I've never ever, I want to go on record that I've never ever bitten children ever in my life.
We're not mean to children.
No.
We love children.
So I'm like, what a disturbing dream. But that's how I ended up waking up 11 minutes before my alarm went off.
That's
so
crazy.
I had a very productive Monday because I woke up so early.
Fair enough.
So real quick before I go on to the next story,
all
because I digressed into the time that we did go on vacation when we had no money. We went outside, and one of our vehicles was not there. And this is when we were young and
What?
very irresponsible. We went outside and the white Chevy pickup truck was gone.
Oh, you're going way back there.
I'm going way back.
Okay.
And, I, of course, called the police because, hello, somebody must have stolen it.
Stolen.
No, it had been repossessed. Well, I just mailed them the check because
We were fine.
This is back before you could like now I can make the car payments on the app and it's like instantaneous.
Yeah,
your car
you have to
payments
mail
made.
it then.
Back then you had to mail it and you had to really pay attention to snail mail time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I missed the snail mail time and they had taken our vehicle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, F them. I'm going to go stop payment on the check and let's go to the beach. Which is exactly what we did. We went from Indiana to South Carolina and went on vacation. So that's what I did because I was like, well, if my vehicle's gone, I might as well get that money back and we're going to go on vacation. So that was back in my very, very irresponsible days.
I didn't remember the timing of that exactly. So, okay.
Yep, that's how it played out because originally a bunch of our friends...
It sounds right now, I just didn't...
Well, our friends were going, but we couldn't afford to go. But you know what? Once we got the money back from not making the car payment, we could go.
Well, and everything was good from there on. Really.
Yeah, it was just a blip.
It was a series of unfortunate events. Was that when we got... Was that...
I don't even remember what month it was because we used to go to... We went to Myrtle Beach a few different times.
95. Did you get...
95,
was that
96.
a job loss time for... I started as a nanny in 95.
I'm going to say it's more irresponsibility because, yeah, we had our bills set to where it was all based on getting so many hours of overtime per week. And
That's
they went...
what I mean.
Yeah, they went from us working like 70 some hours a week, which meant like 30 some hours of overtime, back down to 40 hours.
Like cold turkey, they said next week, no more overtime.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should have been figuring our bills differently, but we didn't. And here we are.
I mean, but we were also food jobs back then. So it's not like we're super responsible.
Well,
yeah. So good times there.
Wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, 0 stars. But the vacation was good.
And that set us on the path to at least better things.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So
I'll take that.
Yesterday.
Okay.
I went to QT on the way home because I was hungry and I was not going to be able to make it the additional 20 minutes home and then have to cook food.
Sometimes you don't though. Sometimes I can't. If I get to a certain point, I have to get food. I don't know about you.
And
I have to.
Well, I'd screwed up and the last protein shake had been so many hours before I was not going to be able to make it. So I saw that I grabbed it's QT.
Okay.
So
love QT.
Judge me or not judge me, but I got food off the roller.
Okay. No, that's good.
So I got the steak and cheese and I got the cheesy jack or whatever it's called rollers, which are freaking fantastic.
Good.
I don't need any dipping sauce or anything, just a really good. And because I hit it at peak time, which is like early dinner time, they were super fresh.
Rolling,
yeah. So
yes.
And then it's like you gotta decide at that point, okay, well, what chips am I getting with it? Because you just can't eat those. Because if you're gonna like wave the white flag and not eat healthy, you just got to go all in.
Go for some chips because chips are good.
Now, and it used to be I'd also grab a candy bar and stuff, but right now they're all made with trash because they've taken all the chocolate content out of them. Yeah. That's a story for another day. But I wanted a bag of chips, and normally I just get a thing of kettle chips, and it could be jalapeno, barbecue, regular, doesn't really matter. Just the kettle chips. Mm-hmm. However, I saw there that they had Cheetos. And they had the Cheetos with the no dye and no artificial flavor.
Yes.
And they do taste better. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's my brain playing tricks on me or if this is for reals. But I'm like, oh, they have those? Yes, please. I'll take those. And the funny thing is, first I want to go over the back of the bag because this is freaking hilarious. Do you know that this bag that is 2 7/8 ounces of Cheetos?
That should be 3 servings.
Who's going to divide this single portion bag into 3 servings? It's not happening. No, because it's freaking Cheetos. You can't
I've
have.
done that. I've literally done
Then
it. I
you're
will eat some and I'll roll it back up for later.
then
I've
you're
literally
a
done that.
psychopath. It's just that simple.
It depends on my calorie count for the day, whether I'm going in for the whole bag, because they're like 450 or more calories for the bag.
The per serving is 160 calories,
Oof, that's
and
higher.
it's 21 pieces.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be able to stop eating Cheetos at 21.
No, I'll probably go for 42 pieces.
I'm like, that just seems stupid.
Yeah.
It does say it's 3 servings.
Okay, that's like based
So
on calories.
that would be, so they're saying there's roughly 63 pieces in the bag, and it's 470 calories. But what's getting me is the fact that, and actually you can eat these because there's no soy.
No, I know. I can eat Cheetos anyway.
I know, which is freaking awesome. Now, so I always eat the roller stuff first because it's hot, and the way I do it is it's in that little plastic thing, and I roll it down, and I take a bite of one, then a bite of the other, and I just rotate all the way down until they're gone.
That's funny that we both do
I
it
do
that
not
way.
eat one steak and cheese and then one cheese.
That's great.
Because that is stupid. That makes no sense. You have a bite of one and a bite of the other because you got 2 rollers and you're not getting the same flavor because that's madness.
Yeah.
You have to get one and
2 different
you have to get 2 different ones
all the time.
because that way you're completely satisfied and not 50% satisfied. Because if you got 2 that were the same, you'd be like, man, I wish I gotten this one.
Yeah, well, and that's why we get one of each, or 2 different ones. We are the same like that.
Yeah. So once those are done, I tear open the bag of Cheetos.
Okay.
And as I'm eating them, I'm like, what the hell? What did they do to Cheetos? These things are freaking hot.
Oh, you got the spicy ones?
I got flaming.
Oh,
flaming hot flavored.
Yeah, I don't like the flaming hot ones. That's funny. That's hilarious. I don't like the flaming hot Cheetos. I think they taste like trash.
I've never had them before, but it's basically like cheese flavored fire.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I will say that if you get past the fire,
but they have regular ones. They should have regular naked Cheetos.
I thought that's what I was grabbing because
naked Doritos are good.
Because this is brand new packaging. So I just saw Cheetos Simply NKD, which is naked.
Yeah.
So I was like, these should be perfectly fine. And then my mouth was on freaking fire. And so my taste buds were the judge, and they're like, that was fire.
Okay,
so literally fire.
Okay, so I want you to go to QT next time or wherever and get this bag, and we're gonna count out and see if there's actually about 63 pieces in the bag. I'm curious. That sounds like no pieces at all. That seems ridiculous.
Doesn't it? Because I was like, when I was eating them, it felt like I was eating more than 63 of them. I know it's a guesstimate because it's all done off of weight. And then the thing is that Cheetos aren't uniform in size.
No.
They're all over the map. You got little tiny pieces, you got giant pieces. They're all over. And so also when you're telling me I can have 21 pieces, well, what are you really talking about? Is it long pieces, short pieces, medium pieces? Am I supposed to be doing like measurements as I'm eating the 21? Am I supposed to be making sure that if I have 21 that I have 7 small, 7 medium, and 7 long?
No, you base it on the average size in the bag, and then
they are making eating Cheetos very difficult, and that's why I say you just eat the whole freaking bag.
That's a lot of calories. I know this is what I think about now. I'm supposed to be like seeing where my calories. I'm supposed to be laying out my calories.
Yeah, I'm finding out lately that I am not able. This is an interesting fact. I am not able to outwork out a bad diet.
No, you can't. That's math says you can't do that.
No, it is really true because I'm like, holy crap. I walk 4 to 5 miles a day. I work out 4 days a week. And yeah, I've been gaining weight. So I do have to change things up for the better. And so I'm on the planet another 65 and a half years. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So next thing. Have you heard any good songs lately?
Oh my gosh. So my current favorite song to listen to, and I don't know all the words yet. I don't know if any of you heard this song. The pregnancy anthem. I don't know. Did it start on TikTok, Instagram? I don't even know where it started. Oh my goodness. The husband turned the text from her into a song, and it is the coolest song.
The wife is pregnant.
Yeah.
And her texts are typical pregnant woman texts.
Absolutely. I can totally relate to her text.
And so we'll give you a little snippet here.
I feel like death. I'm so tired and have a headache, and I think I'm hungry, but I can't eat. I'm dying. My mouth is so gross and my back is killing me. I'm not hungry, but I don't know what to do. I'm sorry to complain to you. I'm just really dying. I'm dying. Trying to sleep, but I'm dying. I can't. No, I can't.
I mean, that song is freaking awesome.
I don't want to get so good.
I don't want to get copyright in trouble for.
It's so good. Is that a thing if they put it out for free?
No, probably not.
I don't know, but they seem like cool. Okay, then you guys tell me your part. Like, I just really love that song.
Okay, so this song is brilliant because it's a punk rock song, and it's only 2 minutes and 27 seconds long, which is a perfect length for a punk rock song. Yep. All the best Sex Pistols songs, all the best Ramones songs, they're all 2.5 minute songs.
Which I didn't know that.
But. Yeah, so I'm like, that's all they need to be. Songs do not need to go on and on and on and on. There was one I sent you earlier today that was, it was funny because she took her preteen teenagers text to her, and she turned it into a punkish, like more like an emo song.
Yeah.
An emo rock song from the 90s to 2000s, but she turned it into one of those. But my even though it was funny, my main complaint is that like it was rolling on like 4 minutes, and I'm like, nah, you got to condense it down, because what this guy did, but it was brilliant, is it keeps going back to the I'm dying, and then it's got this part to where after she goes, help.
I was like, oh my gosh, I can so relate to all of that, because like that just says so many things. But apparently they are not the first ones to do it. Apparently people have been turning like songs into their kid things. I don't know, whatever. But like that one, so good, so good.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like I have zero against AI, and the sites out there, because it's like if you're just doing it for fun and whatever, it's like have at it. But so they probably use like Suno or Songer or something like that. They use some site like that to create.
Do we know?
Don't, but it's like those kind of sites you can easily use. And we talked about this before. We've already had in the last 6 months a song go to #1 on the Christian chart and a song go to #1 on the country chart that nobody knew when they originally released that these were AI artists. They were not real.
Like,
it's gonna come to a point to where they're gonna like be pretty indiscernible. They're already kind of close. You can tell it's not quite there on some stuff, but you look at like what AI has done in just the last year to now, and it blows your mind. It's like they're all like leapfrogging over. It's like if I was in what I would not be investing $1 into any AI company, because the reality is that like the technology is growing so fast right now that even if a company comes out with something great, it's going to be very easy to be leapfrogged because somebody else is just going to just be piggybacking on it and then just going. Because it's like you look, that's what we're seeing right now. Like some of the AI, like I created a book cover earlier today using I created a book cover today for the relaunch of Dad's Rules, and all I did is I went into ChatGPT and I fed it in my idea. I'm like, here's what I want. Here's the stuff I want around the. I just wrote everything out and had it shoot me out an image. And then when it shot me out, the only thing we did is we changed the colors on what the person was wearing. I put back in. I said, okay, we'll change the costume that the person is wearing to these colors instead, and it spit out the exact same image with that correction. And then I said, okay, well, I'd like the same image, but now have it with no person in it, but everything else in the background, because I want that for the back of the book to where I can put the blurb about the inside of the book. Yeah. And I was like, holy crap. And so it's like it for better or for worse, because I mean, I self-publish.
Yeah.
So it's like there's only so much money to go around when you're self-publishing, because because of different costs that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And I don't know why the screen just did that. But anyway, there's just only so much cost to play with when you're doing all this. Like every little thing when you're self-publishing a book costs. It breaks down to where you're like, how many copies do I have to sell before I hit to where that's paid for? Yeah. Because you look at like book number 2, it's like I'm still going to roll out with the original cover idea because it's too good.
Yeah.
But that one has taken forever. Is still not edited back to me. It's like it's nothing but constant delays. And you look at like, it's not funny anymore.
No.
But it's like you look at like something like that where I'm relying on a human to get taken care of. And then you look at like for the rewrite, the expanded rewrite of the first book, the cover, less than 15 minutes for me to get the design back. And then obviously I have to format it to book size and everything else, which, hey, Amazon backend has that. And it doesn't cost me anything to load in because Amazon like, hey, you can use our services if you're launching through us. And so it's all built into they're making it off the print costs and the royalties and everything. The percentages and everything else. Makes sense. So you look at that and you're like, okay. So
it's where we're going. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if we can stop it.
It is, and it's like I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and they're talking about AI, and though it will replace some jobs, there are also it'll also create other jobs, or it'll allow the ability for other jobs to expand quicker as well. So it's just going to be like any technology. It's like you may go, okay, these career fields have been slashed down, but here's these other new opportunities that are out there. So it's either going to be like, you look like you can go back to farming days. It's like you used to need a lot of people to get the land ready and everything else. Yeah. Well, and then the tractor comes along, and then the cotton gin comes.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. The thing that picks the cotton, it comes along. You look at all that stuff, and it's like, okay, then you need less people in the fields, but it also opened the opportunity for them to go do something else, and probably expanded society and tech faster because they weren't now on a farm; they were on doing something else. So we'll see, but I'm looking at like a lot of the AI is out there. It's like we can switch to same topic but different. Yeah. Is that a couple of weeks ago I mentioned that I was working on a new fiction book, which is done and ready for pre-order. The Kindle pre-order already shows up. I'm at the mercy of Amazon when it pops the pre-order for the hardback and the paperback, but they're all within the next 7 days because it shows me on the back end on my side that they are there. They just don't have the buttons they're showing, but they're all linked. They'll all be linked together as you can order the Kindle, the paperback, or the hardback. And you go, how do you write a book all the way to publication within a 2-week span? And the simple truth is that when you can use something like AI to help you with the editing process on it, or help you when you have a brain block, or you need to make sure that like you've got timelines and dates and everything else correct, chronologically correct. The continuity is right. Yeah. Because it's like it caught one to where in my brain, I thought I was at 9 days, and that's what I wrote in there. And it did a check on it. It says, actually, this is day 13 of it, so it's like it's
kind of wild.
Yeah. And then I can go, really? And I can look at it, and then like it's justifying on its end. It's like, yeah, here's every day since it started, and here's where this falls in. Mm-hmm. And so it's like that, and then like spelling, and then run-on sentences, or using words too much. Mm-hmm. Like I could set it into the AI and go, okay, make sure that I'm not saying too much repetition in this, or run-on sentences or anything else. Let me know if it flags to where it needs to shorten the sentences or whatever, and it can catch all this stuff. Now, I will say it's not infallible because it's not there yet, because I caught things still because I went through the editing on it, because the first book is only like 205 pages long, and so I went through and still caught things like commas it missed and stuff like that. So it's not perfect. And then there was other parts where uh yeah, because I expected to catch that. And then there's other part where it said and because, and I'm like, okay, that sentence is like 7 lines long. And I'm like, I already forgot what the beginning of the sentence was. And I'm like, okay, well, let's break this up. So it's not infallible. It won't catch everything. And then the cool thing is like with Amazon, when I load into their system, that I think it's called KDP, when I load into their system, because what it'll do is you writing your book, you're probably writing it on Word, and you can take your Word doc and then you can feed it into their system that to where it formats to Kindle, formats to paperback, formats to hardcover, which is super cool. Yeah. It's freaking amazing. And then it allows you to add like author's notes and table of contents and everything else. And the AI at Amazon is incredible because it'll go, oh, you don't have a table of contents? Here's the ones that I think are your tables of contents. And it was dead on. It was like, there was no think about it. It was correct. Yeah. And I was like, this is super cool. But what it also did is when I put it in, it scanned it and it found 2 spelling errors in it, and then had other ones that highlighted because it was the name of my fictitious city. And all I could do on that is just hit ignore and it fixed that. Yeah. But like it had 2 to where it said, not a real word. Because I do that sometimes. But with those, what was cool is that it had highlighted and I could click on it and goes, I think this is what you're trying to say. Here's 3 options. Okay. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's pretty cool too. So we're getting to where technology can help everybody move along faster. Yeah. Like I think I was telling you about this, about how a friend of mine had all these demos of songs.
Yes, you're telling me.
And these are ones that didn't ever sell. He sold a ton of his music, but these are ones that never sold. But he always wanted to hear them done because he doesn't like his voice. He wanted to hear them done by a different voice. So he actually took in Suno, loaded, because you can actually load from raw. You can do just basic lyrics and go, here's the style of music I want. Or you can load in like, here's a good, you can load the actual guitar keyboards, whatever in. You can go as far or as little as you want. Okay, that's cool. And so he did everything but the vocals on it. And then he loaded the AI's vocals in it so he could hear what his song would sound like in the style of who he imagined would be singing it. So it's really cool. So I'm super interested to see where it goes. I know that it's like, there's no way, if I hadn't had AI to help me out with the editing process, that my book would already be ready to go. Yeah. And there's no way that I wouldn't be thinking, hey, why not a June or July date for the expanded edition Dad's Rules? Why not? Yeah. Because I can load in there and just hit for pre-order at any time in the next week and it's good to go. Because that one's already been done for a long time. Yep. And then like the same thing with like because the book is called Nightingale Knows, and it's a Vera Nightingale mystery, and it's a series of cozy mysteries like Hallmark style. So the first one's done. The next one in this series introduces a new character in it that will be her own series, an offshoot series that'll happen in North Carolina. So it'll be a beach one. This one's in the Midwest. So the next one is called The Scarecrow Judge. And that one, I am already like 40% done with it, because as I'm writing it, I'm having it edited right along. Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, it's super cool.
So it's going as you're going.
So yeah, besides listening to Pregnancy Anthem, it's been pretty busy in the household.
I'm sorry, it was really cool. I was telling my coworkers today, I'm like, yeah, so I was in the kitchen yesterday, and then when you got home, I'm like, my husband held out his phone, push play, and we jammed in the kitchen for 2 minutes. It was really good.
It's just stupid ridiculous. It's called The Pregnancy Anthem.
Look it up.
It's on Amazon, Spotify. It's all over the internet. I saw on Instagram alone, it's been viewed 21 million times. It's just ridiculous.
So good.
But it's so freaking hilarious. And to see the very first time he played it for his wife, I think that's the one with 21 million views.
Okay.
And she's just laughing her butt off to it. But since then, she's learned the lyrics too. So she's posted her own video of her singing it.
Which I have not seen yet.
Yeah. Well, it's her lip syncing.
Well, yeah.
To it,
I don't know if I've seen that whole one yet. Maybe I have. I don't know.
But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we'll wrap it up here.
Sure.
This is a good spot. It's a pretty full episode. So if you like the show, like, share, comment, feedback, pre-order or order whenever you're watching this. My brand new fiction book, Nightingale Knows.
Put the link in the comments.
Maybe we'll figure out how to do that.
I don't know.
And let's see, review, comment, leave feedback, subscribe. Like, share. We've hit everything on it. So until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.